COCC is an industry-leading fintech provider based in Connecticut. We provide data solutions for mostly banks and credit unions based in the Northeast. Our primary responsibility being the data solutions that we provide for the day-to-day operations of retail staff at banks. We were trying to find a secure solution, something that was easy to deploy, something that would be usable across many different devices. Luckily, we had a POC in play where one of our customers already used IGEL. They were one of the early customers in the US back in 2017, 2016. So we had a live experience for us already in the market. So we were able to replicate that within our environments and get that in mass production. We chose IGEL specifically for the simplicity and the security. The ability to utilize IGEL OS on existing devices was very helpful for us. Cost effective for all of our customers as well, simplifying the process and decision-making for our customers. Our clients are utilizing IGEL for front-end support, retail staff mostly, back-end office. We also have an implementation of laptops across environments, so remote workforce for staff that's just out and about, so you're lending teams, etc. Utilizing UMS for the centralized endpoint management system, that has helped us to be able to simplify the process. So rather than having multitudes of applications for your VDI solution, UMS and IGEL was able to simplify that for us. Since implementing IGEL across our tenants, we've seen numbers as far as 40% faster deployments across our tenancies, right? So rather than having to worry about the deployments, it's much simpler, faster. Up to 30% reduction in client endpoint management costs. So the need for additional tools is no longer necessary. It's all built into UMS. We've also seen a decrease in hardware and OS tickets from a support standpoint. So our clients have opened less tickets regarding day-to-day end users. 30% reduction in endpoint costs is typically referring to the refresh cycle of these devices. So in prior times, our thick devices were refreshed in a 5-year cycle at max. Now we're getting more 7 to 8 years out of these devices, so an additional 3 years on the hardware. These devices have a much longer span due to the fact that the IGEL OS is very lightweight. Security is always a factor in our decision-making process. Anytime we have to implement anything in our client environment, security has to be a #1 proponent for anything that we do. IGEL OS simplified that for us in a way that I think allowed us to lock down the environment without the extra applications or systems being involved in the IGEL OS. UMS has been able to simplify the endpoint management experience for our clients and our support staff alike. The single pane of glass ability and seeing everything you have in your environment, being able to deploy your policies, access your endpoints, manage endpoints and licensing all within the same frame has helped our clients be able to keep everything within one confine. I do think that this has made everything very, very efficient for our customers. I think we've been able to consolidate multiple applications or management systems into one with UMS. No longer do you need an application for the devices, an application for the policies, an application for the licensing. That all gets combined into one portal, one access, and all managed from the single pane of glass. IGEL, I think, does a great job of simplifying the process. So a level 1 support staff person can get in there and handle any change or any management within the infrastructure. And someone who's highly skilled has that same communication. The language barrier no longer exists. It's a very simplified system for us. And we were able to utilize the same thing clients we were using before in our prior internal systems, our internal configurations, and just go right into IGEL. It was a simple sidestep. IGEL is integrated with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, WebEx. We've used all of the conferencing tools within our thin client environment here at our corporate infrastructure, as well as within our client infrastructure as well. If I were to add anything regarding IGEL, I would say the environment, the community. It's a welcoming community, whether it's Slack or in person at the IGEL Now and Next conferences. Seeing folks and getting together and talking tech has been fantastic. It's always been that way. The cost is a huge factor when it comes to simplifying this process. The cost of the OS layer, the cost of the device itself, any security that goes into it, securing the device itself in addition to the application, all of that comes with IGEL. There's no additional layers that need to be purchased for that. And we're getting an enterprise solution out of the box. We're not getting something that we have to build from the ground up. It's there for us to then customize. I would absolutely recommend IGEL. The experience we've always had with IGEL has been fantastic. The people are great. The operating system's been straightforward and fantastic.